Hey guys, how you doing? Hey Paula. Hey Sharon. Hey Mrs. J Dub. Here we are. I titled it Mama Called the Doctor and the Doctor Said because that was Hey Daisy Days. That was the little story that little Bella was reading when she was being taken care of by Cindy Watts. Remember, two little monkeys jumping on the bed, one fell off and broke his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, "No more jumping on the bed." Or maybe it said no more monkeys jumping on the bed or something. Because there's a part of this discussion that we were having the other day about Munchausen by proxy that I wanted to talk about a little bit further. If you think about it, Shannon Watts was not working outside of the home, right? As far as we know, her work entailed primarily being on Facebook, right? Both children were in daycare full time. Okay. How is it that either child, let alone both of them, how is it that either child had to go to an emergency room for illness? You see what I'm saying? It isn't like she was a flight attendant and was on a 4-day flight around the world or something, right? And then returned home and found that the children were both very sick and they needed immediate medical care. Why exactly would it be the situation that the children weren't, I would say, regularly seeing one doctor for well child checkups, right? And then if they got sick and if she felt there was a problem or a question, then she could call the one doctor and say, hey, they've been sick, whatever, right? What's with the use of the emergency rooms? I mean, she was home all day. Why the emergency rooms? And how can it be that two children needed the emergency room over and over again? Do you guys see what I'm saying? If you take your child to the doctor regularly for their regular checkups and then they get sick in between, do you take them to the emergency room or do you call your pediatrician? You guys are cute. I'm sitting here talking about the case and you're all going, hey, hey, how you doing? Hey, hearts and flowers. You guys are funny. I'll just be quiet for a second so you guys can all hug each other. I know, Lisa. I'm just playing with you guys. Yeah, really. Sharon says we're all just saying hello. We're all your Bobs. Okay. So do you see what I'm saying? Do you get it? What I'm saying? How I don't know. How many times did your kids end up in the emergency room? I mean, emergency rooms are for like a super high fever, all of a sudden, a spiking fever, or for an injury. But when your kids are sick, don't you call your pediatrician? All right. Sharon paused Netflix for an live chat. Right. I mean, I think most of us can count on one hand. And here's Supermom Lisa. My kids never in the ER. Never. I can count on one hand, and it doesn't fill up the hand how many times. So how could it be that two children, ages 3 and 4, it's not like they were 16 and 18. How could it be that by age 3 and 4 that they were in the emergency room and that both of them had to be? Why didn't they call the pediatrician at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Why didn't they call the pediatrician at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning whenever the office opened? Why in the middle of the night are you taking two small children to an emergency room for illness? Exactly, Daisy Days. 1 out of 5 children, once, for a fall off of a bike, for an injury. Exactly. Why for illness are you taking two children? Why are both children ill all the time anyway? But why are you racing them to an emergency room instead of calling the pediatrician? And I don't know, I haven't gone through everything and taken a look because I'm just not going to take the time to do that. But just off the top of my head, I don't remember seeing well child checkups. In that one video where I said the dates that she posted, both kids are sick again, they were sick like on a monthly basis, it looked like. On a monthly basis. Okay, you guys want to switch gears now and fill me in on whatever the drama is? What's the latest news? I'll tell you what I know so far is that on one channel, it's a guy and he's telling people to stop talking about the case because it's closed, right? And I think like the obvious whatever is that he's sitting there talking about the case. So even if they're saying stop talking about the case because it's closed, they're still talking about the case. And ooh, those super chats, let me tell you. And then there's another channel who's evidently fighting still with a couple of other channels big time. And she asked a couple of questions that in fact, I made a couple notes. Let me pour through my stuff here and see if I have it handy enough to, let's see, because I've been doing other stuff since then. If I can find it, and I'm not even going to say which channel, it doesn't matter which channel, because they're all the same. She said at one point, you're a jealous little troll that can't have your own channel and you're trying to destroy mine. I thought, what? Who's a jealous little troll, right? I don't know. But then she was supposedly getting harassing phone calls one right after another. And to me, it all looked really staged at one point because she had her husband right there answering the phone and putting it on speaker each time they called. And at one point, he answered the phone, but he didn't put it on speaker. And she says, you don't have it on speaker. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe he's becoming part of the act or something. I don't know. She said, you don't have it on speaker. I thought that was kind of interesting. She said something kind of interesting about how she's been taking this for over 2 years. She says, this is the kind of stuff that we've been putting up with for over 2 years. Okay. And to that, I say, you know what? For me, it's almost 3 years straight before I had even heard of this case that the crap has been flying. And this particular person who's whining about over 2 years is one of the people who has promoted hatred against me. She has promoted hate and harassment against me. And when she does, her little followers attack me on her behalf and it's obvious. And so obvious also is the video she posted online bashing both Cindy Watts and me. And she's sitting there complaining because evidently she has some troll action going on. I didn't continue listening. I didn't listen to very much of it, but the part of it that I saw, I thought, I don't get this. She's one of the people who has actively promoted hate and harassment against me. And she's sitting there complaining because she has trolls. I don't know. I just thought that was too interesting to not notice. Or I should say too obvious to not notice. I think before she whines, she should remove all of her videos that are very hateful and that are very harmful to those of us who she's trying to promote hatred and harassment against. Okay, so what's the other drama? Let's see. I'll scroll up here and see what everyone's saying. And just a heads up too, this is going to be a short live chat because I'll bet you we all have way too much to do to be sitting on a live chat for very long. And I'm tired. I've had a super busy week. Casanova. That's a cute one, Lisa. Oh, okay. There's another plea for money. That's interesting. Well, Gypsy Moon makes a good point. If they missed a lot of daycare, then that's $2,000 down a month down the drain. I wonder though, you know what I'm beginning to wonder? I'm beginning to wonder if the kids were actually sick as often as she said they were. Because wouldn't it be interesting to see what the daycare schedule was? I wonder if they ever missed any time at daycare. Because with all those fevers, right? Wasn't Bella feverish for like 3 months or something? With all those fevers, they wouldn't be in daycare. Uh-oh, Samantha's going to be misspelling words. We'll be on it. We'll be on it. But you know how that works, right? You have to have a backup daycare plan because a daycare center is not going to accept children there who are sick because then they're going to make the other kids sick. So wouldn't that be interesting if we learned that they didn't miss daycare? And if that were to be the case, then what does that do to all of her claims that they were sick all the time? Okay, and there's another one. Lisa says that Christopher Watts claims that he takes a lot of time or took a lot of time off work because the kids were sick, right? Do you know anybody who, and I don't care if it's the mother or the father, either one, do you know anybody who one I almost said party and parent, one parent works outside the home, one parent claims she's working inside the home, both kids are in daycare, and when the kids are sick, that the one who works outside of the home is taking off work? I mean, I think Facebook could wait, right? So why was he taking off work when the kids are sick? Isn't that kind of under the umbrella of the stay-at-home mom being able to handle that? Paula says the avocado seems to be missing. Here, I'm going to put that up there. Paula says the avocado seems to be missing on YouTube. What do you mean missing? Is she not making videos? So what really happened? What's the truth? Here we are again, about what, for the gazillionth time saying, what's the truth? What was their schedule at daycare? Did they miss a ton of daycare time? And if so, of course, they had to still pay, right? Because that's only fair to the daycare center. They have a spot that's filled. So what's the truth? Because obviously the kids weren't going there if they were sick. Same here, Lisa. Paula says, I don't think they were sick when family was there. Well, the part that I focused on with that video where I said both kids are sick again, remember where she posted that over and over again? There seems to be a timeline of her posting that she was in Indiana for over a month in the spring of 2016. And then June 22nd of 2016, both kids are sick again. May, whatever, 2016, both kids are sick again, right? Boom, 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 boom. So what happened in Indiana? What happened before Indiana? Were they really sick? Were they actually at the emergency room? Did they have one pediatrician? Or did they have many? If they were sick, what types of illnesses did they have? And could those illnesses be heavily dependent on parent reporting for diagnoses? Do you remember that one video where she said both kids were in the emergency room the night before? One of them had some type of pneumonia. The other one, she couldn't remember what the diagnosis was. How on earth would you not know the diagnosis of a child that was so sick she was in need of emergency medical care? Paula, what did you mean about guacamole? Just not making videos, or did she say she's leaving again? Because she says she's leaving from time to time, right? Is Gypsy one of them who's been getting attacked, Paula? The channel's gone? Completely gone? Or did she just change her name and get a different channel? Okay, I think we should have a guacamole party then. Paula says we can only hope she stays gone. I don't think she'll stay gone at all. I think this is her main focus in life, is to try to figure out how to convince people she's some sort of an advocate. I think it's cute the way she's lately saying the word mediator so much, right? That must be the new buzzword for the scripts. Oh my goodness. Here we go. There, I just blocked 2 people. Lisa said, I thought that too about the mediator. I thought it was very interesting. And then she said she wanted to go to law school. I thought, what is she doing? Reading my professional biography or what? And it's unfortunate. And it isn't just her. There are so many channel creators who get up there and try to talk about things that they don't know about at all. And then they say things and I think, oh, for Pete's sake, they really need to get better writers. People are absolutely hearing things that they might think, right? Especially with the ones who try to claim that they're advocates for survivors of domestic violence, and then they give the most ridiculous advice. And some of it is downright dangerous advice to be giving to people, but they keep right on doing it. And I guess if you want an example of that, they keep saying, just leave, just leave. If anybody is truly an advocate for survivors of domestic violence, they know that's dangerous advice, very dangerous advice. But of course, the YouTubers just keep on repeating it because they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, Sandy said that she heard that she's gone because of the LGBT, ABC, YZ, whatever, hate on her lives. Ooh. I've had people email me a couple of things about that, but I've been too busy to pay attention. But there was something like, um, I don't know, talking about how she isn't, but when she's like trying to act like she isn't, she's sounding very much as if she is or something. Is that your take on it? Oh, and then I saw that letter. There was something about a letter that was interesting too. But I don't remember what all it said. I remember I zipped through it going, oh, isn't that interesting? Because she was trying to use big words in it, but the big words didn't really go together exactly right. And so it looked kind of like a little bit of a jumble. Well, and all of them are, Lisa. All of them are. It's like I really think they're reading scripts from people who pretend like they know. And then the ones who are actually the channel creators don't even have a clue, so they just read whatever's right in front of them. Oh, no way. I won't even put that up there, Lisa. No way. Oh, here comes another one. Lisa said, then she said, I'll put that up there. No way. That is so obvious. That's interesting that somebody would think that. I think Lisa's typing. We're waiting, Lisa. What's that? Oh, there it is. Maybe this guy doesn't know what he wants. Ooh. Oh. Oh my goodness. Gypsy Moon says, stay tuned. Gypsy Moon coming soon to a viewable space near you. Gypsy Moon, are you involved with this stuff? Are you her? Or aren't you Paula's friend? Paula, who's Gypsy Moon? I mean, don't tell me who, but is Gypsy Moon The guacamole, or is Gypsy Moon a friend of yours? Yeah, cringeworthy is a good name for it, Lisa. And then the listeners were laughing with her. Wow, that's really sad. That's why I was saying I think people are hurt by stuff like that. They're hurt by it. The part that I found so ironic is that some of the words were things like, I care about people, I'm here to help people, I'm here to help empower people. Really? Because the first time I ever heard of her, she made a threatening video against me. So how does one go from being a threatening, out of control, whatever, to wanting to pretend that she's some sort of a helper or that she cares? Oh, okay, Paula. Okay. Okay, got it, Gypsy. Okay. Gypsy says she is stating egregious manipulation. Yeah, I think that the scumbag attackers, I think, are absolutely whoever is helping them with their content, they're absolutely attempting to do the gaslighting thing. Oh, hey, Miss Cedes is just leaving the grocery. Yay. I mean, I'm not screaming yay because you're leaving the grocery, but yay, you're here. Lisa kind of tells it straight like Lisa does. She's full of SHIT. And it's so unfortunate. It really is. Oh no, Samantha's puppies are huge now. Now you have a house full. Lisa says that avocado is entertaining. Is that what they call like hate watching? I think is what they call it. Where you kind of like, are you the type to like want to see the car accidents on the highway? See, I'm different. I can't stand their voices. You know how I was talking with you guys that time about how it's important to have a finely tuned radar to this crap? I'm at the point now where I can tell by their voice. There, I just blocked another one. This is going to be an eventful little live chat. I've blocked 3 so far. Well, the first time I heard that voice, she was going, I'm coming for you, Mensa. I'm coming for ya. I've had it. Enough, enough. I don't care how famous you are. Enough, enough. I've had it. I've had it. I'm coming for you, Mensa. So it's kind of hard to hear her voice, especially when she sings, without going, ugh. Oh my goodness, Miss CD continues to impress. Oh my goodness. Miss CD said, I'm making strawberry pretzel salad and baked beans. Yes, she was spitting at her screen in anger. And you want to know something? I had never once spoken to her. I had no clue who she was. I had never heard of her before. I learned from other people some interesting things after she was attacking me, but it's like, where does she get off hopping on the scene with a hate video saying she's coming after me? What? Gypsy Moon says, you have no idea what we have endured. The best is yet to come. Well, Gypsy Moon, I have a feeling I do have an idea what you've endured because I've endured almost 3 years of it. Let me tell you, one right after another. I think we're all in the same position of going like, what the heck is going on? And really, the part that is, well, it's all disturbing, but part of it that's disturbing is that they choose to go after older women, and they tell each other they think it'll be easy to destroy us. Isn't that pretty weird? Paula says she has stepped on too many toes. The truth is coming to light, I can assure you. I think calling it stepped on too many toys, stepped on too many toes is putting it so politely. Because like I said, the first I ever heard of her, she's making a video going, I'm coming for you, Mensa. I've had it. I've had it. I've had it. I've had it. I'm coming for you, Mensa. Oh. And then she does that hello crap. Is like, it's like, you know, the two swings right there. Bing, bing. And then who are these people who line up to pretend with her that she's making sense? The same is true with the kitchen thing. Who are all these people who sit there and go, oh, yeah, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, yeah. Whatever you say, fearless leader, uh-huh, yeah, yeah. Although the other one is not a fearless leader, but still she has people going, oh, yeah, uh-huh, yeah. But Lisa still finds her entertaining. Lisa, seek help. Oh, I wanted to say something about the kitchen. I don't think we've had a live chat since, but did you guys see what the VO5 out of Australia did with his backdrop? I thought that was so hilarious. I actually laughed out loud when I saw that. Seriously, that's on video of him falling down the stairs? Well, I don't know. The few minutes that I watched of one of her more recent videos, he was handling a jug of milk. It was when he was running the phone for her, you know, repeated phone calls so she could show everyone how she's harassed. And he was handling a jug of milk, and man, he was moving that shoulder and arm just fine. It looked like the sling was getting in the way, but he had a pretty good range of motion going on with it. And in that little clip, she was saying things like how she's so well connected, you know, they're well known and stuff like that. I just thought, oh, geez. Usually, people who are well connected and they're well known, they probably don't have to say so. I didn't see anything of him falling. That's terrible. Did it actually show him falling, or was it like sound effects? Did she get up out of her chair? Well, I'll tell you, from what I saw just the other day, then I think he's pretty much making a miraculous recovery because his range of motion was excellent. Did you actually see him tumble down the stairs, or was it noise in the background? Go take a look at her last couple of ones when he's standing there right behind her, because he has, I don't know, he looks pretty well recovered. It just, like I said, it looks like that sling is getting in his way a little bit. Okay, somebody send me the link to that if you can, if you know. Not, I don't want to have to listen to her though. So if anyone knows kind of like right where it is, that'd be great. I'll take a look and see if it looks like he's a good stunt man or if it's actually. She was laughing when he fell? Yeah, if someone wants to link that for me at some point, you don't have to do it right now, but if you think of it at whatever point, yeah, if you would please the timestamp because I don't want to have to listen if I don't have to. I don't mean to sound lazy, but I just ugh. When I hear her complaining about anybody bugging her, I think, okay, remove your crap then. Remove your crap where you are attacking other people. So she thought something was falling on her. Okay. She thought something was falling on her, and then she started laughing. Lisa says it was a real fall for sure, except we know that Lisa watches avocado, so we can't trust her anymore. We can't trust your judgment, Lisa. Oh. So when she realized it wasn't something falling on her head, then she started laughing, even though her husband was evidently injured. I really wish she would go back to dollar store tours because she is good at that. She really is. Well, actually, I don't care what she does. That's up to her. But I do think that before she tries to do any virtue signaling, that she should be removing her hateful content. Lisa says she watches. I'm not sure we should call her avocado anymore. It sounds like we should call her guacamole. Lisa says she watches avocado guacamole to laugh at her. Aw, the boys were checking on him. Susie's been found out to be a hate watcher. But I did think that kitchen backdrop was rather funny. I thought that was funny. Back, I don't know when, like early 2019, maybe. One time I said, I wonder if that's even a real kitchen or if it's just like a studio of some kind. Missy D is our healthiest member here. I've never ever watched. I've never even watched Avocado. Ooh, the Summer Wells case. What's the latest on that case? I know it. Same here, Susie. I was laughing. I thought that was funny. I almost sent him a funny message or posted a funny comment, and I thought, no, I still remember how he treated me. That's the thing when you have a memory, you know, when you do remember things. It's like I almost posted something nice, and I thought, no, he doesn't need to know I'm laughing at his backdrop. For all of you who are asking, I see two of you who are repeatedly asking, and I blocked one of them who was repeatedly asking. Stop asking, please. That's one of our little rules. And it is pretty much easy to figure out if you pay attention to the comments. Right. So when we have a memory like that, Susie, then it's kind of like, okay, that is funny what he did with the kitchen thing, but I still remember the way he tried to, I'm not going to pussyfoot around. The way he harmed me, the way he intentionally harmed me, the way he maliciously harmed me. And I'm the same way with all of his little buddies and all the little connections and all their little network. If someone wants to reveal that they're a mean scumbag attacker, then guess what? They're a mean scumbag attacker. Miss CD says, I honestly don't know what to think about summer. Well, the last time we had a live chat, people were saying that there was some relative or a friend of a relative who was staying there who had something in his past or whatever. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm sure they've checked him out by now. I don't understand the people who are trying to say terrible things about them. The dad was at work, right? I don't know. I mean, kids do wander off. Didn't you ever run away from home when you were a toddler? I mean, granted, you might just go to the corner with a packed lunch or something and then head home, when you get bored. But kids do wander off. Kids do get lost in the woods too, you know? I don't know. Gypsy says, anyone need water wings today? I don't get it, Gypsy Moon. Oh, is that for getting thrown off our boat, you mean? Because I've already thrown either 3 or 4 off. I think I've thrown 3 off so far. Lisa, you shouldn't say that. It's an open case. It's an open case. She's not even a person of interest at this point, is she? No, you shouldn't say that. This is something that's changed in the last few years. Before the whole, well, even before that, I think it started with the Jodi Arias thing. But people used to be very careful in the true crime community to always refuse even to discuss certain cases. Once there's an arrest, then the discussion took on a different flavor. But even then, people would use the words alleged and accused. And then it's after the conviction that people are able to be a little more free with the discussion. Because I've seen a lot of people creating videos saying, oh, I think it's this person, I think it's that person. It's like, boy, I tell you, if I was that person, I would be definitely on top of that. Because that's a serious thing to be accusing someone like that. Right. It doesn't matter, Lisa. It doesn't matter because it's an open case. Here's the thing. You know how people are going, stop talking about the case of Christopher Watts because it's a closed case. Closed cases are what true crimers talk about. It has been very recent that the true crime community has started discussing open cases. So it doesn't matter, Lisa. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, the case of Christopher Watts is closed, okay? So we can sit here and discuss the case and do it safely, specific to the people of the case who are absolutely for sure on the public stage. All this stuff that people are saying about NK, they could be in huge trouble for the stuff they're saying. And so what's happened, and I'm talking over the last few years, before that, in the true crime community, everyone it was like an unspoken practice, I guess, that if the case was still open, we were very careful how we discussed it, and they weren't even fun to discuss at all. But once the case is closed, then that's where we really kind of tore into it and went, okay, what do we think happened? You know what I mean? What? What? Are you kidding, Paula? Are you kidding me? Tell us the details. Not of the rat, but tell us what happened. Did it just happen? I'm waiting for Paula to answer. Did somebody just do that, or is that something that happened before? Samantha, we don't ask. I'm waiting to hear what Paula says about the rat in her mailbox. Paula probably clicked off and is out running an errand or something, and I'm sitting here staring at the screen. Paula! I'll do a guacamole. Paula! Do you notice how it goes like, hee, and then it goes, you know? I think there's a term for that. I have no idea who niece Kimber is. Okay, here it is. Here's Paula. Thanks, Lisa. I missed it. Dang. Dead. Serious. In a mailbox. You can push open. Ask Gypsy. I called her flipping out 2 days ago. I hope you called the police. Exactly. Gypsy Moon says the best rule of thumb in active cases is to follow mainstream media's statements. And that is what it used to be like in the true crime community. We would basically kind of report on the news that was coming out, and we were careful how we did it. But then the case of Christopher Watts came along, and, right away he was the monster. And guess what, guys? His mom didn't even go to the wedding. Hey, Mrs. Fluffer. Daisy Days thinks that little Summer was outside unsupervised for a lot longer than stated. I think she may have taken off. Hope for pieces here. Paula, I once had a baby mouse. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, this is gross. Let's not go there. That's too gross. Did you call the police, Paula? And if you haven't called the police yet, then get off of this live chat and call the police, because that is absolutely wrong and they need to be aware of it. That's the level of depravity that we're dealing with these scumbags. It's disgusting. And it's disappointing. I think each and every one of us wants to leave our children and grandchildren an internet, social media that's worth inheriting. Kimberly says, was it on purpose or on its own? I don't think a rat can open a mailbox. Happy Go Lucky says, Paula, I would live to talk to you. Exactly, Lisa. Exactly. Mrs. Fluffer says, hi, girls. Yeah, that's disgusting. And Paula's been taking crap for a long time, haven't you, Paula? Paula says, the constable won't do anything. It's okay. Appeared next day after another email threat. It's going to be taken care of. Lisa says, how did it get through the post office scanning system? You're not telling me it was mailed to you. I thought you said there was a rat in the mailbox. Somebody mailed it to you? Or did somebody put it in there? Lisa said, yes, Paula, those emails that she sent were gross. I don't know what you guys are talking. Paula, did somebody mail it to you or did somebody put it in your mailbox? Because if somebody put it in your mailbox, you should go around to the stores, like if there's a gas station right on the corner kind of thing, see if they have any surveillance. Find out if your neighbors have any kind of surveillance or if anyone saw anything. Gypsy says, yes, we've been taking it for over a year. Well, I've been taking it for almost 3, but I think this is so disgusting on so many levels, the crap that they expect us to be putting up with, right? And when I say they, I don't mean law enforcement, I don't mean lawyers, I'm talking about the scumbag attackers. They're so deranged. Okay, so it was put in there dead, but it wasn't mailed. So find out. I mean, do you have any security cameras? Do your neighbors? Does the gas station at the corner, whatever? Just start kind of thinking where it could be that you could get any kind of information. And if your constable says no, then who's the next agency above the constable? The county? The state? You know, with as much as you've been getting attacked, Paula, and then to have that on top of it, maybe it is time for you to call the state and say, I need your help. Or at least, ask the constable why. No, Lisa, some counties have constables, some townships have constables. Paula says, nobody's cameras in my neighborhood working. I already checked. Okay. Well, just keep thinking. Keep thinking of whatever area, what you could find out. And I would talk to the constable again and say, why? Why aren't you going to do anything? Yes, Susie's right, Paula. You need to get at least one camera going. Gypsy says her mailbox is bricked, not on a pole. Well, it's just amazing. You know that one person didn't do that too, right? You know that there's probably like a handful of 4 or 5 women going, hee, wouldn't that be fun? And each one of them needs to have their medication schedule rearranged a little bit. They must not be aware of the one who was crying at her sentencing hearing, that she didn't know that what she was taking part in was wrong. Yes, definitely, you guys. Cameras are good. Gypsy says we're beefing up cams. Definitely have cameras, and they're getting cheaper and cheaper all the time. Exactly. It's somebody who went all the way to your house, Paula. Hello. I think the constable should be explaining to you why they're not doing anything. And then find out who the next agency up the chain is. Exactly, Lisa. When I saw that comment, I thought, no, I don't think so, honey. Right, Susie. They're getting less expensive all the time. Good, Paula. Good. It's so important. Obviously, we don't think like they think, so we don't know what their next stupid little game's going to be. But the fact that we need to be aware of is that they are not opposed to doing really evil, terrible things. Autumn says every solution she's shooting down. I don't get that impression. Why do you say that, Autumn Terry? Or maybe you typed that before she put been doing updates to home, so it will be done ASAP. That's just disgusting. You know, we know that there are scumbag attackers who are hanging out, listening, and trying to twist our words and whatever because they lack content and the ability to create their own content from any base of whatever strength, confidence, you know the thing. So, for those of you who are hanging out to try to get some content for your crap, think about what you're taking part in. Think about just how proud of yourself you should be. I'm being facetious. By actively taking part in hate and harassment campaigns. And for what reason again? Oh, you don't want us discussing a true crime case? Come off it. Each and every one of you who is a scumbag attacker, and you know who you are, should be ashamed of yourselves for sure. You should definitely stop taking part in the hatred and harassment. And you should find something better to do with your time. Because if you are in any way taking part in trying to maliciously harm and frighten and terrorize innocent people, then you know what? Law enforcement just might be watching. And if you think that your buddies are going to hang tight with you, you're wrong. So I'll say it again. Shame on you. Shame on you. And shame on you too for not recognizing the fact that our generation, well, we're pretty good at not taking your shit. You guys act, I'm sorry, and I'm not talking about all young people. I'm talking about the scumbag attackers who happen to be in the younger set. They act like they know everything. They don't know shit. They have no clue. They picked the wrong demographic for their targets, let me tell you. Loveland says that they get off on going real life. I know it. I know it. What a sad existence they have on this planet. What a sad existence. Exactly. It is in all the communities on pretty much YouTube, but also on Facebook, and it's disgusting. So sad. Sandy says, gotta go. Gotta go get my dinner out of the oven. Be safe, all. Have a great day. You too, Sandy. Yes, Susie, it's happening in every area. Every area. Evidently, this is a thing. Instead of just creating content and enjoying the experience, they evidently enjoy the experience of trying to harm others. Loveland says, bye, Sandy. Yes, Miss CD, they do. And that's kind of the hilarious part of it. And yes, Lisa, they are. That's so true. I wonder if they're angry at their mothers or if they had bad experiences with their grandmothers. Gypsy Moon says, I'm adding to my cameras. My fence is replaced, repaired. My local law enforcement lives 3 houses down, and my sheriff's Ellie lives across the street, and I have military behind me. Whoa! Nobody mess with Gypsy Moon. Paula, you should go stay at Gypsy's house for a while. Autumn Cherry says, what crown are they fighting over? LOL. More subscribers? These channels are not million subscriber channels exactly. I know it, but I think they have this kind of weird delusional thing going on. They like to think they're famous. Paula says, I have threats in email and warnings from a creator I have been done as a mod for 10 months. And me and other ex-mods get threats. She continued to piss other people off. Yeah, she's wired real tight. We can tell. I think it'd be really healthy for her to stay off of social media completely for the rest of her life. I think that'd be a good choice. I thought it was humorous though when she said she wanted to go to law school. That kind of gave me a chuckle. She said she wanted to be a mediator and go to law school. They're watching? Oh, good. I didn't know you had a cop son. So, okay, so by that happening, at least now they're saying, okay, enough of this, and they're going to be able to pay attention. So, okay, I see what you're saying. That is reassuring. When you first said they're watching, I'm like, huh? I'm tired. I had a really long week. Way too busy. You guys are like me. When they were first attacking me, I did a couple videos on how I enjoy being a firearms instructor. I figured, there you go, assholes. Because they kept posting this crap trying to scare me. Oh my gosh. So I did a couple videos on how I enjoy being a firearms instructor. Right. It's I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's related to their childhoods when all of a sudden, everybody got a trophy. And then at the same time they were, being saturated with the movies, how everyone's a princess and has her own kingdom and stuff. So I think, you know, different people internalize different, you know, like, oh, I get my own way and I get a trophy and I run the world. And then they hop on YouTube and go, oh, I'm going to get a trophy and I'm going to run the world. That was one of the clues with Guacamole, you guys. I told you I'd never even heard of her before. And she comes out with this stupid video. I'm coming for you, Mensa. Right. And in that video, she said, I don't care if you're famous. I don't care how famous. I think the way she said it was, I don't care how famous you are. And I heard that and thought, what? I don't care how famous you are? What? I'm sorry. I think at the time I had a couple thousand subscribers and I was only on YouTube because of the scumbag attackers. I figured people should be able to see the truth instead of just the scumbag attacker crap. And she thought that was famous? That's scary, you guys. That is very scary if she thought that was famous. Exactly. Exactly right, Miss CD. Confident people don't act like that. All right, Private Pirate's getting into shape listening to the live chat. Gypsy Moon's dogs are like definitely not to be reckoned with, you guys. So don't go try sneaking in the back. What I find interesting about the attacks, when they attack me, they go on and on as if I even know who they are. It's amazing. And it makes you wonder, like, who wrote that for them? Or in their own little minds, have they been thinking that they know that we've talked or something? Yeah, that's a good point too, Lisa. They play the card of like, oh, I suffer from this, I suffer from that. They have to list off what their vulnerability is so that way they think they can do whatever they want and nobody can hold them accountable for it. Oh yeah. Isn't that the truth, Private Pirate? There's my first yawn. I've noticed that, Susie. 1 minute laughing and the next the tears. So maybe are they just like people who wanted to be an actress or something? But they're too lazy to go take any acting lessons? Lisa says they dish it out and can't take it. I think what it is they dish it out and absolutely are shocked when anyone says stop it. Or when people say, wow, that was impressive. Susie says, don't wash with me. Susie has a pretty good radar. She can tell. Yes, the crying, I deserve to be forgiven. Well, that little campaign she had going there where she was lining up with different ones who were saying, oh, you're so wonderful. No, I'm sorry. Her actions were far from wonderful. There was nothing wonderful going on. But if you guys have been watching this for almost 3 years straight, then you know who is who, and it's no surprise that the ones who have done the most terrible things are lining up together. The whole birds of a feather routine, right? You know what else I noticed? This, the kitchen one. You remember when they were calling us the old hags and stuff? The kitchen one is going on and on that that's what they're calling her. I don't know. It's like they throw all this stuff out there and then they try to blend it all together. And then they all are against bullying, of course, while they bully. Miss CD says the truth is they hate us because we know the truth and they don't want it revealed. I think they also hate us because we're actually having a discussion and I don't think they know how. We have yet to have people who disagree with our discussions. We have yet to have anybody actually discuss the case. They don't know how to discuss the case. And the ones who pretend like they do, oh my goodness. There's one in particular, he gets up there and he's like, oh yeah, this is why he's not going to get a 35C, or maybe that's why he's getting a 35C, or maybe blah, blah, blah. And he tries to act like he knows something about it, and he doesn't. It's just like the whole domestic violence thing. Just leave. No, don't just leave. That's dangerous. Reach out for help. Develop a safe escape plan. Be very mindful. Be very watchful. It's dangerous the moment an abuser realizes they're losing total power and control. So you know how that works, right? You put your hands on your hips and you go, I'm leaving if you don't treat me nicer. Okay, guess what? You just put yourself in danger. But hey, they told you to on YouTube, right? Because they're an advocate, right? No, don't listen to any advocate on YouTube. Call for real help. Well, except for listening to our channel, right, you guys? Because we're old and we know. I like that, Miss CD. That's it. They hate us because they ain't us. They ain't us. So they hate us. I think they hate us because they don't have what it takes to make us afraid. I think one of their big goals is to make us afraid. And that's really sad that that would be one of their goals. Okay, I've yawned 3 times, you guys. We've got about 5 or 6 minutes here because I still have a lot to do. I can't be yawning. Cannot be yawning. Little Star says I was looking for you last night. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. I put up a thing for I think it was 8:10 or something, and then I hopped on and I think it was about 7:50 or whatever. I don't know. I thought, well, let's go ahead and get started early, and then my phone rang, and then I talked a lot. And then when I got off the phone, I thought, oh, and then I still had a couple other things to do. I thought, Paula has dogs that go for the legs. She says, trust me. I'm a firearms instructor. I know it. The misspelled words and everything, their time would be so much better spent really trying to, up their ability to read. Miss CD is Crushing Pretzels. That'd be a good name for a band. Crushing Pretzels. Oh, you guys got fireworks tonight and tomorrow night, and gonna get out there and don't forget your Avon Skin So Soft. Lisa's making a charm bracelet. Loveland says, MM, you need to teach me. Teach you to do what, MM? MM. Teach you to do what, Loveland? Ooh, vintage Asian themed. That sounds kind of cool. Okay, guys, you're gonna have to get really exciting here because I've yawned 5 times. So go ahead, get exciting. Gypsy Moon is a dog lover. Miss CD says, come at me, scumbags. I have a big rolling pin ready. Little Star says, is Hill Country handy on this chat? I don't know. I don't think so. She was on the comment threads, I think, right? Little Star says, she called me a troll on one of your last videos. I saw something like that. Let me see if I can find it. I saw something. I saw there was a comment sitting there that I thought was weird. I'm looking. I don't see it. Maybe there's one waiting. Let me see. Oh, I see what I saw. I saw your response. Where is it? About the karma comment? Okay, now where are you guys? There you are. You don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable. Don't have to answer what? Let me scroll. Oh, yeah. Probably not, you guys, because you know how that works, right? Then they go ahead and use that. Private Pirate says, Paula, get a personal alarm. Little Star says she was weirded out by that because she was friendly in a chat and then that. Yeah, I was shocked too by the comment that I went, huh? What the hell? What the heck is this? Oh, on the if then? Okay. I thought that was funny a little bit back when I was saying, okay, you guys, we know that you're sitting there watching us. We know who you are. You know who you are, right? And then I did a little bit of a shame on you routine, and we dropped down 9 of them, ran out the door. It was kind of funny. They always do that. I'm going to check my email here a second. There, I checked it. Well, you guys, I'm thinking it's time to get back to the holiday weekend. If you want, we can do this. I don't know. I'm not sure tomorrow. Well, I'm not. I shouldn't say because I probably maybe in a few days. I'll say it that way. Maybe in a few days. I love it when you guys email me and say, "Are you going live soon?" Or you post it in the comment threads. It's time for live. I've just been super busy this week. I had 2 nights out of this week in 1 week alone. Actually, let me think. It might have been 3. It was actually 3 nights where I did not get enough sleep and I was busy throughout the night. And it was really difficult the next day. And then it was weird because when it was bedtime, then I'm awake. Like, okay, I need to go to sleep because I'm not getting enough sleep. But last night I had a really good night's sleep, so I feel almost human again. Yes, Miss CD, that's the perfect comment to post up there. Be safe, everyone. Let's go ahead and do this again in a few days, but everyone enjoy the holiday weekend if you're in the US. And hey, if you're not in the US, enjoy the weekend. Ms. Badskirt just got here. Just woke up from a lovely nap. We'll do this in another few days, you guys. Everybody enjoy. See you soon.